We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back to you.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Richie Redneck Pimp, bad man of comedy. I got a good show lined up for you today. I am not flying solo. I have a special guest on. Was not advertised, but he agreed to jump on at the last second and be on here. And that's great because we got this show's about him and I anyway. What we got coming up. So share it out, please. Share. We got a rant, as we always do. We got several things to talk about. So without further ado, let me introduce this gentleman here. He's quickly become a friend of mine. He's been on here before. It's not his first trip here on the WO Radio Show. And he needs no introduction anywhere in the civilized world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the WO Radio Show, my friend Pete Barlow.
I was expecting a long introduction so I had time to use the bathroom. But as we've established, the whole civilized world knows who I am.
Yes. The whole civilized world is aware of you, sir. You are known. Okay, you are known.
Every time I go to Japan, I get mobbed by fans.
I know. I don't know how you sign all the autographs all the time. I just don't get that.
Carpal tunnel, man. It's just it's killing me.
Oh, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. So how you been, brother?
I am fantastic. I'm also exhausted. I know we're going to get into it, but I'm very excited about a road trip I've got ahead of me in the next couple of days.
Yeah. We're going to get into that and some things you might want to be aware of before you come this way. Some things you got to know. Okay. You don't have to worry about the gang violence because where you're coming, there can be no gang unless you get behind an Amish buggy or something or a roll of them. Then you're in trouble. But we'll get into that here in a little bit. But first, y'all know how this is. After my introduction, my buddy here, I got a rant, and I want to talk about something today because it's the beginning. It would be a big deal. If you're a person who's scandalous, right, tend to lie a lot, and you put your business out over Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, whatever platform, don't get mad when somebody comments on it. It is my business. Once you put it out there, you're wanting me to read it. You're wanting me to know about it. If I say something, it is my business, okay? So maybe if you wouldn't lie, people wouldn't comment on your stuff. Just saying. If a woman decides she wants to say she's pregnant, for example, and she's not, don't get mad. You tell somebody, mind your own business. You made it there. It is my business. It's everybody's business if you post it, okay? So be careful what you post out there. Think about things before you do them. Everything has a consequence, good or bad. Everything, okay? So just think about that. All right, guys, I want to say a big shout out to Dean Cerny. Dean, brother, a lot of these memes today, and we ain't apologizing for them, but a lot of these memes are yours, brother, the ones you sent me. I think I've got them all on here, Dean. So if there's any responsibility for what's going on, Dean Cerny don't care, all right? He don't care. And by the way, congratulations on your 60 days, clean and sober. Outstanding, brother. Outstanding. Good job. And I'll tell you something, the man did it because he just wanted to do it. He wasn't threatened. Didn't rehab, anything like that. The man just decided he wanted to quit, and he quit. Man, that's willpower right there, man. Look, hey, you need to write a book, brother. I'm not making funny. I'm serious. You need to write a book because a lot of people can't give things up. Jeremy, what's up, brother? Glad you can make it today. Appreciate it. Guys, kind of hang around today. I know the signal's kind of bad, but you come to expect that with the equipment I got. But I ain't got many left. I got about 7 shows left, guys. 7 shows left before we end this. We're already buffering the room. I'm back. There you go. And so Dean Cerny's laughing about that. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. It is. So we'll be back. Take care of all that. Before we get started here, a couple of announcements we got to do. It is getting close, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in the area, it's time. If you want to come and you want to see these fine-looking gentlemen perform, boom, look at that, huh? Yeah.
It's too fine.
Yeah. That guy looks like he belongs in the jungle somewhere.
I'm just saying, it's like I feel like you're scaring people away because they're going to feel ugly by comparison.
Yeah. Okay, you see a handsome and ugly fat man. Yeah. That show's going to take place at the Plattsburgh American Legion, post 97, at the Fall Festival. So expect clean comedy when you come to this thing, guys, because that's what we're going to give you on this one here. Family Comedy Night, starring some of America's funniest veteran comedians. He must have got the check when he wrote this for me. Appreciate that. Kids are welcome to attend. Friday, October 11th at 8 p.m. The show will start on the money. Outside stage at the community center. In case of rain, everything will be moved inside the community center. Love donations will be accepted. I don't know quite what a love donation consists of. If you want to give a love donation, you can. It's starring my brother, Pete Barlow, David Scott, myself, and my MC, who's back with us now, Mr. James Riley. He's going to be there as well, performing on that show. So that's on Friday. On Saturday, this is an adult show. Okay, we ain't pulling no punches. Our MC, James Riley, he's going to be double duty. He's got both nights. Pete, he's on the bill with me again. And then Richard Montano. Y'all know the Godfather comedy. This guy is electrifying. Him and I take turns headlining for each other. This guy is funny, okay? He's a Hollywood movie star also. He tells you about the time he was trying to shoot a scene, and instead of giving apple juice, they gave him real vodka, and he wasn't worried about it. Instead of sipping it, he was gulping it, and he was laying in the parking lot at the end of the scene. So I'll tell you that joke. That joke's funny. That's going to be at the Jamesport Park. It's 708 South Broadway Street, Jamesport, Missouri. You got to remember, it's got to be 18 and over to get into the show, unless you don't mind cussing. That's up to you. You're a bunch of rednecks around or something, whatever. There will be a 50-50 raffle drawing. What that consists of is this. We sell these tickets. You guys win half of the pot. If there's 300, you get 150. Wait a minute. Yeah, if there's 300, you get 150. Another 150 goes to the comedy club to help take care of travel expenses. Okay. There's going to be lots of entertainment that night. It starts at 7 o'clock. The show will kick off at 7. I'll be there a lot earlier than that. And the comedians will be getting in there a lot earlier than that as well. Free will donations. If you want to, we'll have donation jug. If you want to donate, the cost to get in is $20. $20 a head to get in. And that's going to be Jamesport, Missouri, down at the Park Building. A lot of you have been there before. Come on down and have a good time with us. Pete Barlow is driving all the way up from Georgia.
If I can drive there from Georgia, you can drive there from like 20 minutes away. Come on. What's your real excuse? Bring
your ass. Everybody wants to laugh, so quit funking it. Plus, most of the kids are probably, doing homework anyway, so come on up. I can quit drugs. I can quit drinking. I can't seem to quit smoking.
Well, no advice, no judgment.
No. I'll tell you what, it's very hard. It and eating is another one. It's hard because you have to eat, and people tease you to overeat. So yeah, Dean. But hey, if you want to quit smoking, I got no doubt you'll quit smoking, brother.
I belong to Eaters Anonymous. I've gone 30 days without food. I might not be in front of a computer monitor right now. This might just be a hallucination.
Could be. Maybe I'll change your name to Gandhi. He went long periods.
I'm protesting the end of this show. Like you can't wrap up in 7 episodes. You got to keep going, otherwise I will starve to death.
Yeah. I get it. Richie got them pimp forearms. Yeah. Yes, sir. When you used to bench press 350 pounds, you tend to get thick, meaty, as my kids would say. You get meaty. I don't know what the hell meaty meant. That sounds like it's a vulgar or something. But anyway. So, all right. Well, guys, we're here with my buddy, my pal, Mr. Pete Barlow. He's an Army. I just learned a while ago he's not a veteran. I thought he got out of the military. He did not. He's an active military man. Okay. He's active. So he's in the Army, and he writes the GI Low magazine. Those of you that follow him, you know who he is and what he does. He's got a partnership. He's going to talk about that in just a second. He's working on. But before you do that, after your introduction, sir, tell everybody who you are, what you do. Please, for the love of God, you got to tell that ghost story.
Okay.
All right, brother. The floor is yours.
All right. So as you pointed out, I am Pete Barlow. I'm the author and illustrator of G.I. Low, easily one of the top 49 most popular Army-themed webcomics, so exclusively available on social media. We made the top 50, so that's exciting. If you are following the comic right now, I'm doing a big crossover with Mark Baker, the author and illustrator of Private Murphy. We're doing something a little bit more like cinematic this time around. kind of like a childhood dream. I always grew up loving Mad Magazine. So I was like, what if we did like this sort of Mad Magazine style movie spoof? And it's a spoof of just kind of everything. I've dubbed it RoboCop with fat jokes. And it's just like, okay, let's see what we can do here. And thankfully, Mark's been this amazing partner. He's a longtime friend, longtime collaborator, hero, just great guy. So if you follow either GI Low on Facebook or Instagram, or Private Murphy on Facebook, Instagram, I don't think he's on Instagram. You can see the saga. The first part was named The Expandables. The second part is named The High Sea Adventures of Murph and Bubble Boy. And I'm not telling you the third part because that's still yet to come. But it's going to get weird, folks. There are ghosts involved. So that's a perfect segue to our next topic. So as it is October, the spooky season, a mutual friend of Richie and I, Justin, damn it, all the sorry. I'm teleworking, and unfortunately, I'm still on the clock. I'll check it later. So I was invited by the Backwoods Veterans to be in person on their show for a veterans benefit concert that they were doing. No, I don't sing or dance. I was just there to bring GIO merch to raffle off. But anyway, we did like an in-person episode of Backwoods Veterans Nation, and another very funny stand-up comedian, Dakota Potter, was there. And so we did an episode in their living room. God, whose house was that?
As Josh Kaiser's, High Tech.
Yeah. So we were in his living room. This was how many years ago? Was it like 5 years ago? Time means
yeah.
But yeah, like 5 years ago, I went to Oregon to do all this, and I remember the worst part about this story was so we're conversing and recording and all this good stuff, and we hear this ghostly sound, and we just had to stop. What was that? And so like we just stopped recording the episode. Carl's there. And so, but my least favorite part of the story was we had to like go back and watch the clip over and over and over again so we could hear exactly what it was. And I hate the sound of my voice. So, and it happened right after I talked. So we just hear me saying over and over again, you know, Child's Play 3 is the most accurate military movie ever. You know, Child's Play 3 is the most accurate military movie ever. I swear, the ghost was the second least upsetting thing about that recording because I had to hear myself over and over again.
You're wanting the ghost to go into a conversation or something, you know?
I was hoping the ghost would be like, listen, I'll make myself known. Just stop making that guy talk.
Sound like he disagrees with you. Yeah. You know, like,
you know what? Wrong.
Fake news. Child's Play 3 was not accurate to the military experience.
The ghost is probably the guy who's written about it. He probably showed up and said, I guarantee you, ain't right. No.
There were no killer dolls in my army experience. I don't know why the ghost is Jack Nicholson in Full Metal Jacket. No, sorry, Few Good Men.
Few Good Men, yeah.
That's what he's defaulting to.
Yeah.
Just, I came here because I'm a fan of Backwoods Veterans. I don't need to hear these shenanigans about killer doll movies.
Yeah, what? Killer what? Yeah, I get it. No, I bet that was quite an experience with you. Yeah. I don't know. I've never really been one to believe in ghosts, and I'm still not sure if I do or I don't. But what led me more to the other side, what made me go more to the middle, was when I was out there visiting our friends out in Oregon, and we went through this haunted brothel. Okay, like a pimp in a brothel. That was that was a hell of a match. And some things started happening. Like there was zero wind, and the feather on my hat was moving up and down. I had my hat on, had my Cherokee hat on, and had my Cherokee feather in there, and it was moving up and down. And they're like, "Oh, it's haunted." I said, "It ain't haunted. You guys go outside of it. Let me walk around in here." So I walked around in there upstairs there by myself, just trying to feel anything. And I'm thinking, this place ain't haunted. I get downstairs and I'm feeling vibrations. I think, you know what? I lied to y'all. There's something in here. And so we go through the whole little deal with them and everything. And we go outside. And again, we didn't see anything, but we heard some things, right? Heard voices and stuff. But we go outside. I took some pictures of the building, just random photos of the building. Okay. And I took him over to a gentleman who's a pastor, but he's also a guy that hunts ghosts and stuff, right? Or excuse me, investigates ghosts. He sent back, he said there's 15 faces in that photo. Well, the one I'm particularly talking about is we got back to where we were sleeping at, me and J-Dub, and we were looking at my phone, and I made it larger and kept making it larger, and it looked like a little demon boy was sitting in the corner of the window. Right there. And I brought it here and showed it on here and showed all the evidence online and everything.
It was actually me the whole time.
Probably was. And then there was a guy's face coming out over top of the air conditioning unit, and I didn't see that until my friend showed me the picture and showed me. I'm like, oh, okay, you can see it. Yeah. So was there really people there? I don't know, but it's awful funny that nothing was in that window right by the door we come out of, and I snapped a picture. Nobody was there, but the picture showed something. Could have been a blimp on a camera. There's 100 ways to explain it. I don't know, but a lot of people that do this for a living, investigate ghosts, told me. Okay, there was multiple faces, not just that little demon boy, but multiple faces there. And then from what I heard, what I didn't hear, it kind of all, like I said, I don't technically believe there is, and I'm really not sure if there ain't. You don't know.
I'm open to the possibility. I voluntarily stayed in an Airbnb that was a haunted brothel, and I've stayed in a haunted nunnery. So I've seen the full spectrum of like the Madonna Horror Complex in terms of ghosts. Never actually had any of the ghostly experiences there, but it's great marketing. Like, I'm just saying, if you recommend a good hotel in Jamesport that's haunted, I'm like, yeah, I'm staying there over Holiday Inn.
No, there ain't no hotel in Jamesport. Well, I guess actually there is a little bitty one, yeah. I don't know if it'd be about haunted or not. You got to worry about some old dead Amish. But you got to worry about there,
I imagine the Amish are great ghosts. I'm just saying,
Well, yeah, I mean,
they're already spooky looking. I'm gonna get canceled for that.
Well, I got this joke I tell on stage, and I only tell every February of every year. Okay, so it's not one of my ones in rotation, but we stole an outhouse one time. The premise of the joke is we stole an outhouse one time. We stole an outhouse every Halloween. We'd steal an outhouse, right? And we take it and we write Davies County Sheriff's Department on it and light a fire. Well, this year is no different. We went and got it, and I'll tell you about the whole process of getting it, which was funny. But anyway, skip all that. We got to the point where we put it in the middle of a four-way of town. We wrote the Sheriff's Department on it. We lit a fire, and the thing started shaking. We heard, what the hell? It was shaking. Heard, I looked at Monk and said, your stomach? Is that your stomach? He goes, oh, man, that ain't my stomach. It's a haunted outhouse. I said, there's no haunted outhouses, man. What's wrong with you? All of a sudden, the door flings open. This Amish guy comes out. He's just covered with crap and toilet paper, right? Pants down to his knees. Johnson just swinging, right, with a bottle of wild turkey in his hand, okay? He starts ping walking. Drinks that bottle of wild turkey, looks back and says, God loves you. And he walked with his pants down all the way down the road.
You scared the shit out of him.
Well, outhouse was turned all upside down when we put him back in the pickup truck, and he was in there the whole time. He was passed out in the outhouse, but we thought maybe it was haunted then. And if that Amish guy ever died, yeah, I'm sure he's looking for us. Okay, I'm sure he's wanting to know the whereabouts. Tell of a haunted porta shitter. No, Carl. Let me go ahead and try to send you another one here. I'll try to send you a link real quick. But so
is Carl joining this?
Carl wants to come on here and tell us a story.
I want to hear Carl's story.
Yes, Carl could come on here, and we're gonna have to tell him or let him tell us a story. But give me a second, Carl, because damn good and well this computer I got got just enough to last until my last show. All right, Carl, you should have. Let me know if that works. All right, Carl, let me know if that works. So yeah, that was kind of funny, but yeah, if that guy's still alive, that Amish is looking for us. Okay, but
he sounds like he was too drunk to remember.
Well, I know there was a reward for many years for information, and nobody told him anything. Of course, he didn't really want to know because then that would expose him with drinking a bottle of wild turkey, passed out in the shitter. So it's probably one of those things where, you tell on me and you're going to get told on yourself. So I guess, live and let live.
I wouldn't want that story out there. So I'd be like, oh, yeah, I don't know anything.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I never lived there. Guys, give a big welcome to one of our top 10 viewers of all time. I'd say top 5, but he only comes in sometimes. But he's on, catch him on the Roy Anthony Show. And by the way, Roy Anthony Show is going off there next Thursday. And he'll be back on some other platform at an undisclosed time. We don't know yet. We're trying to work all this stuff out. We give a big welcome to Carl Lewis, please.
What's up, guys? Pete, good to see you again, man. Been a long time.
Wish I could say the same for you, but that beard, man, that's terrifying.
Isn't this terrifying?
We started talking about Amish, and Carl wanted to show off a little bit.
Not quite Amish, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
One of these days. So I got this story about believing in ghosts.
All right, go
For
ahead.
the longest time, I didn't believe in. My buddy used to live in this house. It was over in Old Town, Oregon City, right? And this was an old, like, 3-story house that was kind of in the middle of town. And, the upstairs was locked. This is kind of like, like how Beetlejuice played out. How they couldn't go upstairs and stuff like that. Well, every night that I would stay over there, we'd hear a rocking chair rocking back and forth upstairs in the attic. And back in the early, I think it was this house has been here almost 100 years. So whenever the house was built, the original house that was there burnt down. And the people that were upstairs in the attic supposedly are the ones that died inside of the house because they were all asleep. So they used to have an old oil burning furnace that was downstairs in the basement. And the oil, I guess, was so thick and gelled up from being cold down in the basement that it started to smoke through the house. So it imitated the house fire. Well, we all woke up choking to death. We all got outside and the fire department's there. And my buddy looks at me and he goes, "Hey, you didn't call the fire department, did you?" I was like, "No." "Did your parents?" They said, "No." Well, apparently the neighbors were standing out looking for somebody. And it was this little boy in 50s or 60s clothing carrying a Russell sack of newspapers and had called the cops and had called the fire department. The house wasn't actually burning down. It was just the oil had coagulated down in there and started smoking really bad on the burner. So the house didn't actually burn down again, but it was crazy because after they had cleared the smoke, everything was cleaned up. They moved back into the house after it was all fixed and everything else. You could still hear somebody rocking upstairs in the attic in a rocking chair. And every once in a while, you'd see the blinds split open and shut from the top of the freaking house. Scared the absolute dog snot out of me. I promise you this. Never in my life did I think I believed until that moment.
It's a topic that it's a weird ass topic because if you're a religious person, and I'm spiritual, I'm not really religious, but I am a spiritual guy. But if you're a religious person, you believe there's no such thing as ghosts because the foundation of your religion, the Bible says there's no such thing as ghosts. Knock it off. You're insane. Go see a psychiatrist. But on the other hand, you got certain ministers that say, time out. There's something out there. We don't know what it is. Okay. It's like, then you turn and ask the same minister and say, "Well, do you believe in aliens?" I don't know about the ones coming across Mexico. I mean, aliens, right? Extraterrestrials. And they're like, "Well, I don't know. The universe is so big, it could be." Man.
I've had like one experience other than the BB Nation one, which even then I was just like, I'm a little bit skeptical.
Right.
But by the way, Pete, we played that freaking sound bit probably 100 times.
Right.
Yeah.
In studio.
I
remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my hell. Hearing my voice 100 times.
I know my ears
Yes.
bleed afterwards, but that's okay.
Yeah, you cannot commit a crime because everybody knows your voice. So any phone crimes, you're out.
But the one kind of ghostly experience I've had was it's military related. So there we go.
Right.
Everything's full circle.
Right.
So I remember a friend of mine from high school died while I was in basic training, and I found out about it on Family Day because we got our cell phones back. And called one of my best friends, found out about it, and then I went to AIT, and I remember I was walking around my barracks, and I saw what looked like it was like 13-year-old boy, and it's just kind of like, what the heck's this guy doing? This kid doing in the AIT barracks? And so I was like, that looks like Eric, but it looked like my friend Eric from when we first became friends, like in elementary school. It was like, this is weird. So I just saw this kid like run around the corner, and then I walk forward and I look to the left around the corner. Nobody's there. And this was right after he died. And so the thing is, I saw his family a few years later, and they said, yeah, around that exact same time, all of us had that same experience. I'm like, okay, that's eerie.
That's insane.
Insane. I got a sister who's as old as my kids. Imagine that. My mom still freaked when she was older, right? Anyway, she was laying in bed. She was 9, maybe 10, maybe. Right. My brother had with cancer. The side of his face all swelled up. He had cancer in lymph nodes. And so she was laying in bed one night, and she sat up, did some talking, laid back down. My mom said, who were you talking to last night? My little sister said, I was talking to Grandma. My mom's like, how was you talking to Grandma? Well, she came to me and was talking to me. She said, what'd she say? She says, well, I'm not here to harm you. I'm here to look in on your brother to see how he's doing. And what'd she look like? And she described herself, well, she's a barrel-chested woman, had knee-high socks, short hair, and said she was your mom. So her name was Emma. So my mom kind of freaked out, went and got an old picture, come back and said, is this her? She was, yeah. My grandmother died in 1981. Okay. This was in the 90s, way after her death. My sister seen her. Never met her, never seen a photo of her till that day. And my sister tells that story, and she don't have a tale. She's not lying. She said she tells it the same way she has for 30 years, the same way. So, I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen a ghost. I've heard things. I sense things. Being native, but there's totally different things. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of people think there's ghosts. A lot of people think there ain't. It's a fun debate to have. I know a guy named Russell. He does Russell Reynolds out of Breckenridge, Chillicothe. He's a ghost hunter investigator, and he goes out and brings back. Sometimes he brings back photos and stuff, and they're cool to look at. Cool to look at. I don't know. It's one of those things. You really don't know until you had the experience, and once you've had experience, nobody can argue with you.
All right,
because you had it.
I will say this. I kind of this says a lot about my brain in a good way. I don't often start sentences that way, but the other night I had a terrifying, like, wake up, cold sweat, shaking nightmare. But it was one of those nightmares. It wasn't even like in an imaginative world. Like, it was just that a ghost had come into my bedroom and strangled me while I was sleeping. And it was one of those things you're just gonna wake up and do it like, and I'm just like, oh crap, like, just heart's racing, and I just remember I lie back down and go to sleep. And then my brain was just kind of like, hey, my bad. Here's a fun dream where you're a character and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh,
so I just
my
had this
God.
dream. It was like an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, except I got to be there. I'm like, hey, it's Danny DeVito. Cool.
Why can't you ever have a dream of a woman strangling you and giving you kisses at the same time? Well, I mean, what happened to those damn dreams? Women ghosts don't need loving too? What the hell?
I don't even know the gender of the ghost. It was just this sort of like, just like black. It was like the smoke monster from Lost. It was just I'm like, it could have been.
You've heard about people having dreams of like falling and they wake up right before they hit the ground, right?
Yeah, not me.
Yeah, my son,
I just fall.
My son had one of those dreams, and he was laying on my lap. We were hugging up on each other in the chair there. We were watching some TV, and all of a sudden, he just springs up and drills me right across the jaw. And then he just sits there with his eyes open like this, and he goes, "Sorry," and falls back asleep. It's like he tried to stop himself with his fist while he hit me in the face.
To be fair, most people have that reaction to seeing your face.
I mean, most people want to hit me too, but that's okay. I usually just headbutt because everybody wins with a headbutt. So,
or that elbow right to the chin. Yeah.
Just a quick little.
Well, since Carl's here, we're gonna go a little further here. We'll get back to your GILO because I'm interested about your merger you're going to do here with this other magazine. But if there's one person It doesn't matter if they're singer, poet, whoever. If there's one person you could bring back and have them listen and listen to them talk or act or whatever, who would it be? And you only get one. It could be male, female, anybody, whoever. Who would it be? Pete, let's try you first.
This is kind of an easy answer, but I'll keep this military stand-up comedy related. Richard
right.
Pryor. Pick his brain a bit.
That's a very good pick. I kind of like that pick myself.
By the way, like I would mostly just ask him about his Army experience because I just find that chapter of his life fascinating. I call it.
It is, and a lot of people don't know he's a veteran. You know, you'd be surprised how many veterans are entertainers. You'd be shocked. You know, Sam Elliott, Chuck Norris. You'd be surprised. You know how many are. Carl, who would you bring back?
Oh God, if it would have to be anybody on the face of this earth, I would love to hear Betty White's opinions about the way that the country is going now.
She would put a sweet touch on everything.
She would, for sure.
Well, mine's kind of the same as both of y'all's, except he used to put a great touch on everything. I would like to hear Paul Harvey again.
Okay.
I really enjoyed Paul Harvey. I really did. I would stop my day and listen to him and let him take my mind one way and then bang, hit me like, oh, okay. All right, Paul. All right, Paul, get you some. I'll be yelling, yeah. And he'll be like, you all right? No, I'm fine. Listen to Paul Harvey. The man had a way. Him and his dad both had that distinctive voice, you know. And so you don't find nobody like that today. Everybody's now is like, hey, you know what? Why don't you just fact check it? Fact check it. Well, who's running the fact check? No, Paul Harvey didn't care about fact checking. Paul Harvey told you something. It was great. One of the best Super Bowls, commercials during the Super Bowl was when he was talking about the farmer. You know, when God made the farmer, he did this. That was one of the best Super Bowl commercials ever. I think it was Dodge commercial. I'm not sure. But, yeah, so Paul Harvey, that's who I'd bring back. I miss Paul Harvey.
That'd be an interesting one.
It would be. It'd be cool. Dean Cerny, Waylon Jennings. Can't fault that one either.
Nope.
No, can't fault that one either. Okay, you mentioned a while ago, Pete, about GI-LO and you're going to merge and do some other things. Talk to us about that and how that come about.
Well, I'll throw this out there while we've got Carl. Did you know that that Carl has made an appearance in my comics?
Yes, I have.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know at all.
I think I named him very imaginatively. I named him like Private Carol or something like that. It was like Karel. Specifically because J-Dub, I was on, I think the first episode of BB Nation I was ever on. He's like, why isn't Carl in this comic? And I was just like, well, at the time I was like, who the hell is Carl? Then eventually I met him at the BB Nation concert. And so I was like, okay, this guy's goofy looking. I'll put him in my comic. So if you read the Drill Sergeant Saga comics, there's a character that's modeled after Carl here.
Nice. Well, there you go. Excellent. Round of applause for Carl, being a celebrity.
The entire BV Nation has made a cameo in my comics. Pops has been there. So who knows? Maybe Richie the Redneck Pimp makes a cameo.
Hey, make sure the pen don't add 60 pounds like the camera does, okay? Because you know, I've lost a bunch of weight, but sometimes you can't tell it. Like, you know, you can't tell it. But
yeah, I was always looking for interesting faces because I always have to have like background characters and whatnot.
Carl got a camper. Uh-oh.
Carl does appear to be in the wilderness at the moment.
Redneck A-hole, my brother Deb Baldwin's in the house. He said he would like to have back George Carlin.
Another military.
Yes, George Carlin was also a veteran. So yeah. It's ironic. Two of the greatest comedians ever are veterans. You know?
Lenny Bruce, Navy vet.
Okay, there you go. Lenny Bruce is up there. He's a top 4 or 5 on anybody's list. Veteran.
I think Jonathan Winters was a Marine.
I don't think Eddie Murphy was. I don't think Eddie went to any service.
Eddie Murphy got hired by SNL when he was 19.
Yeah,
so
no, he didn't. But if he did, that'd be great because he's one of my favorite.
Just saw him over there
of all times. Let's see. Justin Kenny says, "Carl, diet vet."
Oh, we got J-Dub in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, he was going to be on the show because he's my other host, but he's in the woods right now tracking the deer that his dad shot. So they're out there. Pop shot him. They're tracking him. But miss you, Justin J-Dub. And if you get done early, want to come on, we'll send you the link.
Oh, good old JW.
Yeah, JW. So anyway, like you're saying, Pete,
So,
you're merging.
yeah, it's been. I'll say this: there's definitely a theme this year of crossovers, specifically crossovers with Private Murphy. If nothing else, if this is advice to any content creator, if you have writer's block, lean on your friends because they will often help you out. So like it's just this since we touched upon the drill sergeant comics. That was lightning in a bottle. That was just that was a muse for 2 years of my life, 2+ because I'm the drill sergeant academy. And then I was like, okay, well, Korea could be an interesting inspiration. It was not. Hence, Lo gets kidnapped by the North Koreans and has to get rescued by just a whole bunch of military cartoon characters. It was like, okay, once again, when you got writer's block, crossover. And so then last year I got hired as an executive assistant to a colonel, and I'm like, that's a storyline. And it was not. Like, my boss was fine. She was a great person. It was like, oh, this would be funnier if you were a horrible boss, but you're a good boss. So it's like, I don't want to make fun of you on the internet.
Right. I won't get paid. Yeah.
Like, it was even like with the thinly, if there was anything thinly veiled, it was like, I don't want her to like be like, oh, that doesn't sound like me at all. Like, sorry, man. And like the experience, I mean, it was very stressful, but I just kind of figure after a while, like years of me whining in comic strip form is going to get kind of exhausting. So I was like, let me just start taking breaks. So this year, like the most productive I've been, I did a crossover with Private Murphy about how the Army has shaped fast food. Because it was just, I found one of those like clickbait articles about like, did you know the Army invented drive-throughs? And I'm like, cool. And it was in Sierra Vista where I used to live. I'm like, okay, cool. And then once again, twiddle my thumbs. It was like, I have no idea what to do with my comic. Maybe I should just quit. Carl would be happy. He'd be like, and so then I went back to the dumbest idea I've ever had, which was the Bubble Boy saga, which was born entirely out of a friend of mine at work. We're like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we did this? He gets mistaken for like the Chinese weather balloon. And so I was like, those were easy to write and very easy to draw because I made mostly just use shape files. And I was like, well, what if I tried to make something kind of smart out of that? And I messaged Mark, like, here's the ideas I have. And he's like, this is funny. I'm like, is it? I'm like, okay. So we've been working on that for a few months now. Like, we're actually like working on the epilogue. So this is like, it's done. We've got months of comics to post, but it's like, we're like wrapping up.
Nice. Sound like you got a good endeavor involved there, buddy. Good thing.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And if you hate it, put it in the comments because if I get upset, then Richie will be able to call me a hypocrite.
Right. Well, the last 10 years, the best holiday or top 3 holiday was always Halloween. It never beat Christmas. And some charts it never beat 4th of July. Some charts it never beat Thanksgiving. They were all right there in a row. So I'm going to pull up a deal here and look at it. But it says right here. Now I want you guys to guess what the number 1 holiday is now. And this is from the website here. I can get who knows what the hell the name is. Anyway, guess what the number 1 holiday is.
Guess what the number 1 holiday is? It's Christmas.
The most popular national and religious events in the United States as of the second quarter of this millennium.
It pains me to say this, but I think Carl's right. I think it's Christmas.
New.
What?
No, Christmas is actually 3rd. No, excuse me. It's tied. It's 3rd place, but it's tied at 78%.
That's crazy because there's already Christmas shit up in the stores.
I know it. Christmas is everything to me. Now, this is just this one side here. Christmas to me, and on every other poll I looked at, was leading. But on this particular poll, it says Thanksgiving is the number 1.
I was going to guess Casimir Pulaski Day, but you know what? You all get proven wrong.
Yeah. And Halloween is down the list here. You got Thanksgiving number 1, Memorial Day, and Christmas are tied. Okay.
Memorial Day and Christmas are tied?
Yeah, and then you got Veterans Day, You got Mother's Day. Got no problem with that. Then on this list, Father's Day, which used to be right behind Arbor Day, is now up higher. Father's Day.
Okay. Shout
Easter.
out to fathers.
Yeah, Easter. Martin Luther the King Day. Labor Day. And then you got Halloween. So Halloween has came down on these.
I have a theory about that.
Yes, go ahead.
About my Halloween went down because I don't think kids really trick or treat anymore. I mean, there's like some trunk or treat, but like I remember as a kid, like I loved trick or treating. It was like free candy, you get to wear like get dressed up in costumes. It was cool. And like I mean, I'm not a homeowner, but my parents say like every year they get fewer and fewer trick or treaters.
I mean, I can understand where I live. It's all gravel road out here. You don't see a lot of trick-or-treaters. In fact, last year, my mother and father-in-law, I think the only two that they had was the neighbor kid and our kids.
So,
right.
I mean,
now, according to this website right here, No Insiders, that's this website here, it says the top 15 most popular and biggest holidays in the United States as of this year. And it says, number one, again, Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving used to be down the list a little bit. So now Thanksgiving, they got 4th of July, 2nd, like we discussed a while ago. Then number 3, Martin Luther King. Number 4, President's Day / Washington's birthday. I don't know if they're talking about both holidays or maybe that's the President's Day, Washington's birthday they're talking about. 5 is Memorial Day. To me, that's one of my top 3 best holidays is Memorial Day. Okay. 6 is Veterans Day. 7 is Easter. 8 is Christmas.
Wow.
9th, New Year's Day. 10, Halloween. 11.
Lame.
11
Halloween's amazing. Halloween should be ahead of, I don't know, some of those.
should be top 5 in every category, in my opinion. Number 11, Valentine's Day. Okay, I can see that. That's going. Nobody loves each other no more, so it's dropping on the list.
Yeah, we call that V-Day.
Yeah,
VD Day.
Yeah, a lot of. It still leads in marriages. More marriages happen on Valentine's Day than any other day. So that's still wild. Number 12, St. Patrick's Day. Number 13.
I love St. Patty's Day.
It's pretty cool. 13 is Martin Luther King Day. Number 14, Labor Day. And number 15, Columbus Day. I know a little bit something about that because I was born near Columbus Day.
Wait, when's your birthday?
October 12th.
My birthday is tomorrow.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Oh, wow.
We get to do a show on your birthday.
Yep, couple Libras. That's it.
All right.
Yeah. So that'll be cool.
That'll be the end of this year.
So there's some of what they think. Okay. You can agree or you can disagree on their list. I think they're wrong.
Definitely.
I think Halloween should be up there because it ain't just a kid holiday. I see adults love to dress up and do silly crap too. You know, I've been known to do that myself. Have fun scaring the hell out of the kids.
My Halloween costume is in the mail.
I love this time of year because then all the Friday the 13th movies come back on TV, and like all of them come on Netflix.
Yeah, that's not always a good thing. All them scary movies.
Ooh.
Some of them are dumb.
Bring them. I could do Friday the 13th marathon every day.
Yes, I could.
Yeah. See,
it's like I actually sat the kids down and let them watch The Shining.
That's amazing.
Okay, and every time that like the music would like go crazy in there, like when he turns around the corner and sees the twins, my oldest boy, just bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, sitting up watching, and my son's just kind of sitting there with his hands and in his mouth like this. And after we got done with that, we watched the Saw movie, and then we watched the trailer for the Neighbors. And there's the part where she's standing there looking at the camera, and you see the dude, you see the guy pop out from the back in the white pillowcase with the eyes cut out of it. Mm-hmm. And you watch Wyatt go, I mean, just ghost pale white face. And he goes, oh, that was it. It was priceless. It was hilarious. Me and my best friend were sitting over here. And we were just busting up laughing. Oh my God, it was hilarious.
When I was a little kid, when the first Halloween came out, one with Jamie Lee Curtis, okay, the original, right? And instead of being scared of Michael Myers, when he first came out with a sheet over him, right, and was killing the people, I got all mad. Mom said, "What's wrong with you? He cut up a sheet. He's wasting the damn sheet." My mom's like, "That's what you take from this? He's wasting. What is wrong with you, son?" Apparently, nothing's wrong with me because But I enjoy it for entertainment value, but none of them I've never been scared of them at all.
I remember when I was a kid, they brought The Exorcist back to theaters. And I like begged my dad. I'm like, "Dad, I want to see The Exorcist." He's like, no, it's too scary. It's too scary. I was like 12 at the time. And so I just remember like, "No, Dad, I really want to see this movie. I think I'm ready for it." He goes, "Okay, I'll take you to see the movie. But here's the twist. You don't get to leave the theater." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And so we're watching the movie, and like 20 minutes in, I'm just like pulling at my dad's arm, like, I want to leave. Like, "Nope, you can't leave. You have to watch the whole movie."
Both the boys wanted to watch The Shining. They saw me. And I was like, "Oh, The Shining's on." And you hear my son, my youngest boy go, "Oh, Dada, watch that. Watch that. Dada, watch that." And I'm like, "Okay. All right. You asked for it." And they sat and watched the whole damn movie with me.
The only one of those scary movies that I think is a big joke because it doesn't scare me is Chucky. I mean, really, really.
Comedy.
I mean, anything I could punt across my front yard is not scary to me. You know.
But two movies that made me giggle: Paranormal Activity and Blair Witch Project.
No,
both movies made me snore.
Yeah, I got some of the best sleep of my life to the movies. You know.
I fell asleep, and I knew I liked horror movies when I fell asleep through the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I fell asleep to it.
The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre has a couple of really scary moments. That first sledgehammer scene.
Yeah.
Like, I remember as a kid, I'm like, that was very scary. But like, I love basically all slasher movies, but I don't think a Friday the 13th movie is ever actually scared.
No. Michael Myers didn't scare me either because his sister kicked his ass. Okay. Multiple times.
The Freddy and the Nightmare on Elm Street movies never scared me none because it was always when they were sleeping. So
Freddy Krueger did scare me when I was littler. Now as an adult, he's basically a stand-up comedian.
Yeah. Freddy Krueger couldn't live in a veteran's head. He'd step out and say, "Son of a bitch. I'm sorry. Let me make a donation."
He's like walking around to the boiler room with a cigarette, like, "Never doing that again. Holy shit."
Yeah, he'd be apologizing. "Hey, dude, when you wake up, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
forget about me. I'm sorry. God damn.
I'm sorry I was ever in there."
Yeah. Man, here, you want these? Here, you go. I'm getting the hell out of here.
I want this movie now. Just like Freddy Krueger, like meeting his true match, which is just like, okay, wow, I thought I'm literally a living demon, but your demons scare me.
Yeah,
that's what they were just talking about.
Yeah, JW missed it.
High-Tech's
living. Talking about that.
JW said, "Want a haunted house? I go to High-Tech's living room."
All right, but while you're in the chats, have there been any other ghostly experiences since then?
Yeah, J-Dub.
So I could have sworn I heard something the last time we had Hump Day Hangover over there. I don't think High-Tech was there, but I think something fell off one of the.
Yes.
Yeah, I think, and we were all in studio during the segment, and we were like, "What the hell was that?"
It was you, J-Dub,
and Matt and EO.
Yeah. Yes. What that was? Yeah, High-Tech wasn't around for that. I don't remember what it was. I heard it too. It sounded like a banging or something to me.
Yeah,
but I never heard no more about it.
We even went back and listened to the recording of it, I think. And I thought we could hear something fall off the shelf out in the living room, but nobody was home. It was just us three in the back studio. That's it. And that was something else.
Could have been a mini earthquake. Don't know. He said, J-Dub said a couple of times.
I want to hear those stories.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of times.
I'd love to hear those stories, you know.
Oh, yeah, especially this time of year. Like I said, this is my favorite holiday because we talk about having birthdays around this time. As a kid, I just remember like the decorations for like every birthday party I ever had was just, it was like put up the Halloween decorations. It's like, all right. So it's like, but I didn't care. It was like, oh, my parents are just taking the easy route. Like, no, this is their life hack. It's like, all right, your birthday party is Halloween themed. Also, we're putting up Halloween decorations. I'm like, cool. I love Halloween.
The best costume I ever had was one I made. Okay. I did go buy a mask. I bought a werewolf mask, or one rubber werewolf mask, right? And then I took an old dog chain and I ran it across me, a zigzag pattern, tore my pants up and tore my shirt, right? And I was going to kind of drag one leg. It was cool as hell until ladies pull up, the kids got out, they ran up to get some candy. I jumped on the bumper of their freaking car and went like that. That lady about swallowed her cigarette. Okay. You little son of a, and I'm not gonna get all the language she used, but damn her. She got out. I thought she fell to the ground. I thought I gave this lady a stroke. I thought she had a heart attack. Time to find out she swallowed her damn cigarette. Well, it was still lit. So she was choking on that. And so I got up, and I ran, and you heard the chain was dragging and sparking and shit because I thought I was going to jail. I thought
I had a good Halloween costume last year. So I did a Halloween open mic. And for years and years, I've been told how much I look like Steve from Blue's Clues. So I was
you didn't.
if you can't beat him, join him. So I just found the white and green polo shirt. I've got the khakis, and I have the cap with a crayon on it or whatever.
Right.
And I'm just like, it's like, all right, you're gonna say it, I'm gonna embrace it.
The coolest one that I had, me and some friends went to Goodwill and bought some old flight suits, some old army green flight suits. I went out and like got a haircut, reg style, and went out and rubbed a bunch of dirt on our faces. And I had a remove before flight bomb tag, and I put it on the zipper, the bottom of the zipper of my flight suit. And we walked around, and we were the 3 dead air pilot zombies. We actually won a costume.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually won a costume contest at I think it was Gilmore's Meadows on Johnson Creek. I think it was like 23 years old, and it was dumb because all the girls were all hammered drunk and they were all pulling on that thing, and I was like, oh my god, we got to get the hell out of here.
Well, the only clue I'll give to what my Halloween costume is going to be this year, hoping that it arrives in the mail, arrives in time, is good grief. That's all I'm going to say.
My Halloween costume is going to be the same it's been for the last bunch of years. I'm going to dress up as a Native American, as myself. Put my hat,
there you go.
paint my face, put my war club on and all that stuff, my coup stick. Yeah. Pass out candy to people who don't come to my house because I live deep in the country. Okay. Which segues into what I was going to tell you. Now, when you come up this way, there's a couple of things you got to know. Okay. One, when you cross into Missouri from any other state, because you'll hear this. Don't stop. It's not your tires. It's the road. Okay. The roads are, yes, they're bad. And the further north you go, okay, it's not your tires, but maybe time you head back, right? So you need to know that. Okay? 2, you need to know we're an hour behind you originally. Okay, we're in the Central Time Zone. So I mean, if you go, I tell you 8 o'clock show and you show up at 9, that's not the.
Thankfully, my phone will update.
Yes,
so
yes, good.
I'm pretty reliant on that one.
Yes. So and then if you got time,
I'm sure you were loved.
I'll show you around somewhere. Maybe come to my house. Now, if you come to my house, you got to have a 4-wheel-drive pickup truck. Okay, because if you got a little car, you're going to be walking. That's all I'm telling you.
All right, I'm
So
just.
Dean said I dressed in drag one year and won a contest.
I wouldn't put it past them.
I figured he'd have a ghillie suit. A ghillie suit would go looking like Bigfoot. That's why I figured he would, a swamp thing, big as he is. Yeah. So that's the only 2 pieces of advice I need to give you. Everything else is pretty cool. The cost of living up here is not that high, and gas is the same as everywhere else. So yeah, that's but you can eat pretty good up here. So
Okay. Yeah, I definitely whatever recommendations you got for food.
yeah. So no, you're gonna have a swell old time. Is all I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna really enjoy it.
My coworkers are very excited to hear the stories afterwards. You know.
Yeah.
I just wish I was over there to see the actual damn show.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Man.
On Saturday's show, I'm bringing back the shit in a cop car joke. Okay. For years, I told that joke, and it cost me because every time I walk in somewhere, hey, are you the guy?
You got shit in the cop cars.
Yeah, that's me. Then they all say, why? Well, I really don't have a good answer. I was young, and I don't know. He wouldn't let me crap. So yeah, but I was a hero. Got to the jailhouse. Yeah. Guy in his car, I dare you to scream at the top of your lungs, "I love America."
Carl, you'll totally do it.
No balls.
I'm saving you, Carl.
Captain
I love
Bird.
America.
I love America. There you go. That's all louder he can go. He's got emphysema.
No, I can go a lot louder than that, but
America. Yeah. Woo.
yeah.
Dean, I'll do it. Hold on. Everybody, listen. Turn your ear toward Ohio.
I think that's the right direction.
Oh, well, wait a minute. What the fuck am I?
Let's
Yeah,
see. That's west.
No, this way. I go this way. All right, Dean, go ahead.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Good job, Dean. Dean's a patriot. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Guys, we're here with Pete Barlow, a friend of mine. He's an author, proprietor, owner of the G.I. magazine, and him and some other magazines are teaming up. They're going to cross over and to do some more interesting stuff. If you're a magazine reader or you like comics, check out G.I. It's written by a man that's in the active military, not a veteran. I learned today. The man's active military. Okay, so that's even better. Get one of the active military guys, get some of that humor going on. Check him out. He's going to be coming up this way. He's got a show Friday at the Plattsburgh VFW. Okay, but it's also a carnival they're having in Plattsburgh. He's going to be performing there, and then Saturday night he's going to be joining me again in Jamesport, Missouri. Three famous people come out of Jamesport, Missouri: Fog Allen, Martha Stewart, the lady that did Ten Commandments, Moses, 10 Commandments, right? And me. Ha! That's right, me. Three famous people come out of Jamesport, Missouri, and he's going to meet one of them, and they're going to perform there in this little ass town. It's going to shock him. I guarantee you're going to get lost, and you can't because there's only a couple ways to go. You have to go.
I think I was a lieutenant in my past life. I can get lost anywhere.
Well, okay. All right, I get it. Yeah, I get it. So, guys, he's going to be performing with us. I can't wait to meet the man. He's been on here before. He's also been all over. He's been on BV Nation Radio several times. He's been spooked by ghosts. He writes comics. Good all-around American guy. Pete Barlow is performing in North Missouri this coming weekend, Friday and Saturday. You guys want to check it out. All right. We'll stay on point here. Let's go check this comment here. It says the flagpole at Mar-a-Lago stood a little straighter.
That's why he yelled so loud.
That's right. All right. Now let's go here. There's some of our memes. Now, if you're triggered, I'm sorry. No, I ain't apologizing. Some of these memes are going to be because our boy, Mr. Dean Cerny, 75% of these is his fault. So let's get before we get to those, I'm going to show you. I took a vacation, Redneck Pimp Club. Me and the other two founders, we went on a yearly trip. This year we went to the museum in Topeka, Kansas, the Evel Knievel Museum. And so I got a couple of photos from the museum. There's one. Here I am there. They're talking about his uniform. They're like, I wonder if I put that on. Both of them wouldn't fit my big ass. You could throw them some bitches together, and it couldn't fit me. All right. And I lost a bunch of weight. And so that was pretty cool to see that.
You always go to Graceland. I've got a feeling there's some jumpsuits that'll fit you.
I'm sure there is. And then here you see me. I was at Shields wrestling a bear. Okay.
I see two bears in this photograph.
Yeah, the bear, the tall bear won, and he won 2 out of 3. I got him on the first one there. There I'm trying to apply an arm bar, but he wasn't moving. So yeah, no arm bar to the bear. Leave the bear alone. Okay. All right, here we go. Why buy fender flares when you could have old kiddie pool laying around somewhere and nobody's using?
I'm guilty of that.
This is a Carl Loomis freaking photo here. I promise you that. Man.
I will send you a photo of one of my good buddies' rigs. He actually has those up underneath his fenders.
Did he run over it or did he put it there?
He put him there.
Okay. That meme hit home, didn't it? All right.
Sure did.
The government is organized crime.
I work for the federal government. Trust me, it's disorganized.
Now, I was going to say organized hell, dysfunctional crime.
Dysfunctional, yeah.
All right, guys, these next few. If you got any complaints, please send them to Dean, but he ain't going to give a shit, right? Y'all know Mr. P. Diddy, right? Y'all heard about this guy. He's a spokesman for Costco, apparently. We got some memes of him. Lube Gehrig.
Not the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
No. Night Glider. That's just wrong. Here's a Halloween-based one.
Oh no.
Hocus Strocus.
Is that LeBron in that photo?
Not yet. Scooby Loop, the movie. He put his face on the dog. That's funny. Oh, hey, we got to talk about him. And do you know him and you ever wonder what it looked like across Dog the Bounty Hunter with P. Diddy? We have
all the time.
Exclusively. Here it is. The Booty Hunter. That's wrong. Who cares? If P. Diddy actually sang some songs we're listening to.
Oh, come on.
That's a different P.
That's actually
Diddy.
disrespectful, but it's funny.
Oh.
Oh, man. Sorest rump. Life was like a box of lube.
Lost in the Chrome Yanks thing. I get Yanks. Oh, wait. Sean, P. Diddy comes. There we go. I'll shut up.
Yeah. Anyone forget about, before we had John Rambo or John Wick, we had John Winger. He's a real hero.
That movie was not accurate to my Army experience.
None. But if you talk about straight comedy, it was straight comedy. All right. And finally, to top off this week's P. Diddy memes, may he rest in peace.
Ludwig von Beethoven.
Von Beethoven. Ludwig von Beethoven.
And Beethoven is probably grateful that there was no social media in his lifetime.
Oh.
Who knows what crazy shit he was up to?
Him and the guy that cut his ear off.
Van
dude-
Gogh.
Yeah, thank God he didn't have social media. Woo! Yeah, he'd be all Ric Flair his ass. All right, now we're going to get on to some of our memes, our video memes. Here we go.
Get you a job, then you won't need your mama's money.
I have a job. I work over 12 hours a week.
Well, do you live with your mama?
No, I don't. I live by myself.
So why do you need her money if you're working 12 hours? You said 12 hours a week.
Yes.
That's not many hours.
Yeah, I could work more if it wasn't for anxiety. Because of my anxiety, I had to cut back my hours. Now I don't make enough to cover my bills, so my mother covers for me.
Amazing. You got to get away from mama.
He works 12 hours. The other guy's 12 hours up. Wait, what? 12 hours a week?
Yeah, I love that there was a delay. It was like, wait, did you say 12 hours a day? A week?
Yeah. You got that guy, I guarantee you, has anxiety. There's no misdiagnosis with him. He's ate up with it. Okay. All right. Now this next one, I'm not looking for a religious point of view on this, although it's kind of religious, but bear with me. It's about the women in this country and how everybody thinks it's okay for men to play women's sports, and then the next thing you know, we're uplifting them, the next thing we don't. So listen to what this guy's got to say about the women.
Do you realize that men are the greatest athletes? You know who the greatest artists are? You know who the greatest chefs are? I know we always talk about mamas cooking and all that, but the greatest chefs in the world aren't women. They're men. You know who the greatest composers of music are? And musicians are? You know who the greatest leaders and politicians, architects and builders are? They're all men. But they can't make life. God gave you something that they ain't. And the reason why so many women are unfulfilled is because they're trying to beat the men at what God told the man you're going to be good at. You're going to work in the sweat of your brow, and that's what I'm giving to you. Ladies, what am I giving to you? I'm giving to your children. You know what you can do he can't do? He can't make life. You make life. Why are we not celebrating this? Brother, only a society that has gone to Satan himself would not celebrate that. Only a society that has literally turned their back on God and the Bible would not celebrate our women, would not celebrate our ladies, would not hold them up in an honorable, exalted position and say, thank God for them. Let's love them. Let's honor them. Let's protect them. Let's be good to them because God gave them to us. What kind of society has warped this? It's warped it, y'all.
There's religious
I
or
do
not,
love
you
Frida
can't argue
Kahlo.
that.
I'm not sure if he's right about the artist comment.
What's that?
I was going to say I love Frida Kahlo, so I'm not sure if he's right about the artist comment, but
Right.
the sentiment for sharing, I get.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I do too. I do too. I know. I think women are better cooks than men, but I know what he's saying. Your highest rated chefs, you know, all that. The point he was making, and I agree with him. Our ladies are being disrespected. And it's always like a political time. Any other time, you know, we celebrate Mama's Day and give the women this and that, except when politicians run. You know, we want to downgrade them. We want to let men in their sports and talk about abortions and all that stuff. Man, women don't need no help. Women are just as capable as we are because they got a mind just like we got. They got thumbs. Okay? So, but he's right. They give birth, and believe me, I've changed enough diapers in my life.
I think we lost Richie.
Uh-oh.
Either that or he's just pausing for dramatic effect.
We lost you there for a minute, Rich.
You're just
Oh, anyway, yeah. So thank God for the women. I've changed enough diapers. You know.
Let me tell you something. You bitches post all your business on social media. Then when some shit happen in your life and a motherfucker say something about it, you want to get mad. Now I'm scrolling through my timeline the other day and I see a status from this girl. Now this bitch posts at least 70 fucking statuses a day. Her ass itch, she posts a status. At a party, she posts a status. Baby daddy get locked up, she posts a status. I mean, I find myself for hours going through this bitch page, finding out new shit about her life. So she gonna post my next relationship, my man gotta come in with a bag. Because I don't need a man for shit. I got my own house, I got my own car, I got my own money. And I comment back and I say, but you ain't never got your own baby. Your mama always got her. She gonna comment, you need to mind your motherfucking business. Mind my motherfucking business. Bitch, I done followed you for 2 years, 6 relationships, 2 STDs, and 6 abortions. Ho, you are my motherfucking business. Now I'm making my business to get your ass some help. Fuck is you talking about?
Whoa. Whoa.
okay. You notice one of them is in the driver's seat, one of them is in the passenger seat. Wouldn't it be amazing if they were in the same car and we're just sort of like, I don't know.
He wasn't wrong. He's not wrong. He's not
He's
wrong.
not wrong.
He posted out there. It becomes my business. All right, we're going to do our comedy here. We got 2 Ron Whites up on the schedule for you guys. Lock and loaded. A little Ron White for you.
I'll tell you the biggest difference between Texas and California. In Texas, we have the death penalty and we use it. That's right. If you come to Texas and kill somebody, we will kill you back. That's our policy. We're trying to send a message to the rest of America, and the message is go somewhere else and kill people. Go to California. They don't give a shit. I was watching a case on Court TV when I was out there. I got so mad steam was shooting out of my ears. This guy's convicted of a triple homicide. This guy kills a grandmother, a mother, and a granddaughter without provocation. A crime so heinous I can't even fit it in my head. He's sentenced to death by a jury of his peers, and right before it comes time to carry out the sentence, a group of people on his behalf, stand up and they go, we can't kill him. He's too crazy to know we're killing him. And what the hell are we arguing about? If he don't know the difference and it makes me feel better. How do you know he's crazy? That's what I want to know. Of course he's crazy. He killed 3 people, you know. This is what they said. He rolls his turds into little balls and eats crayons. I'm like, shit, you got to quit putting all crazy people in one group, goddammit. You got to separate them up a little bit. You know what I mean? What does that crazy person do? Oh, he rolls his turds into little balls and eats crayons. Fine, I'll feed him for the rest of his life. What does that crazy person do? Oh, he kills productive members of our society. Well, he should have rolled his shit into little balls and ate crayons. Because the penalty is much less severe.
I do love the choice of the crayon eating on a military podcast.
Yeah, hey,
Definition of insanity.
and a Marine in control, a Marine who's eating crayons.
I was just gonna say it must have been a Marine.
Yeah, it had to be a Marine. Yeah. All right, here's the other run white.
I did that bit out in California, and this guy comes up to me after the show, and you could tell he was nervous to talk to me, and he goes, you know what? That may be true about Texas and the death penalty, but you know what? You know what? What? He waited for me to say what. That's kind of cute. He goes, there's an old law in Texas that states that in Texas you cannot shoot somebody in the back no matter what they did to you or your family or your place of business. It's illegal for you to, in turn, shoot them in the back. I'm like, yeah, but you can start shooting them in the leg till they turn around. Because eventually, they're going to get curious. Who's shooting me in the leg? I wonder quietly to myself. Oh, that guy. Never turn around.
Yeah. Yeah, never turn around. Never turn around.
I can tell you my favorite Texas law is that the left lane is just used for passing. And if I'm ever elected president, I'm making that a federal law.
Federal law. Federal law. I'll be
Cruising
arrested.
left lane, Dayton Abbott. Some of us are in a hurry.
I'll be arrested.
I would be
a lot.
arrested because I drive a lot left lane. Yeah, I do. I drive it because I run about a couple miles over faster than I'm supposed to be, but I drive left lane because fuck them. I'm just an asshole. I drive left lane. If they pass me, they get a ticket.
Passing.
I was a bear. I can tell you because my pecker is a little smaller than a real bear.
Oh my God.
Dean Cerny. Hey, y'all. Caitlin, thanks for joining us, Caitlin. Carl's behaving himself. Our son Colton won't let Carl Loomis change him. Mama and Grandma own. Is that right?
He will not let me change him anymore. It's Grandma or Mama. That's it.
Well, that's kind of male chauvinist, isn't it?
Well, I also dog on him pretty hard about, getting out of the pull-ups and getting on the toilet. So he doesn't hear that from the other side. So
I got one grandson who he'll piss outside when he's at my house because that's what all the other men do in the country, but he won't freaking get off them pull-ups, and he won't be trained. And he's a smart little kid. It's not like he's ignorant. He just won't do it. And he's like, I don't have to.
Yeah, my boy's the same way. It's like, okay, well, you start going, well, I'm going to take away the TV. I don't want to watch TV no more. Well, I'm going to take away your sleep. I don't want my monkey. I don't want my blankets. I don't want anything. I'm like, oh boy, you're going to be a tough one.
Yeah, he's going to get to that age, or would you like a boot? Would you like a boot in your ass? Well, if you want to put it there. Wait, what?
Oh, what? Yeah, now he is.
Yeah, they get that way. All right, now we're going to do On This Day in History. It's quite a little segment nobody really cares about, but it's
I care, damn it.
Add that to the screen. And here we go. On This Day in History. Now I get everything here off the History Channel that you see. So if it's something on there, get a hold of them. That you just
I knew the show had been on the air for a while. I didn't realize it started in 1871.
Yeah, by God, here we go. On this day in history, October the 8th, okay, 1871, the Great Chicago Fire began. My goodness.
Late last
I like-
night, but we were
I like
all
to-
in bed.
I'd like to find out what happened, what caused that great fire.
I believe it
Lady
was.
Larry put a lantern in her shed, and then the cow knocked it over. He turned to us and said, "It'll be a hot time, the old town tonight."
I see. There we go. Yeah. In 1945, first patent filed for the microwave. Okay.
Oh.
The damn thing was huge. I remember too. The microwave was.
Yeah, it was big.
Took 2 people to carry it. Yeah.
And it was immediately used for ramen.
Ramen was invented in 1945 and a half. Yeah. 2004, Kenyan Environment and Human Rights Commander. Oh, here we go. Some dude wins Nobel Peace Prize. Wangari Maathai. There you go. That's close enough. 1956, the New York Yankees. Don Larson pitches only World Series perfect game. Hadn't been done since 1956. That's an incredible feat if you're a baseball fan right there. Right there. 2001, the Office of Homeland Security is founded. Okay, let's move on. 2014, first president in the U.S. diagnosed with Ebola dies. First person. Boy, somebody need to put his glasses on. Anyway, first person in the U.S. diagnosed with Ebola dies. In 2014, they finally died of Ebola. Okay.
I think it was a lady who had just gotten back from a different country. I think I remember that.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was. In 2009, self-help guru sweat lodge ceremony turns deadly. In 2009. We have modern shit by then. Okay. 1957, Jerry Lee Lewis records Great Balls of Fire in Memphis, Tennessee.
That was October 8th.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I thought it was October 11th.
I think it's Columbus Day. October
I also
12th.
memorized the days that all of Jerry Lee Lewis's albums were released.
I see. 1967, Chiganuba captured by Bolivian army. Okay. That's good to know, I guess.
I'm not spoiling too much with my comic, but keep following it. There might be a Easter egg there.
I see. 1970, communists reject Nixon's peace proposal.
That kind of goes without saying.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah.
1871, a massive Fesco fire burns in Wisconsin. A lot of fires in the 1800s, huh? Wow. 1970, one of these long ass names, Alexander Solzhenitsyn, whatever, wins the Nobel Peace Prize in Literature. With a name like that, he should have won the damn Nobel Peace Prize in Literature. Spelling that damn thing should have won it for him, yeah. 1918, U.S. soldier Alvin York displays heroics at Argonne.
Sergeant York.
Sergeant York. There you go. Heroics, buddies. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's what happened on this day, October the 8th, in history. We report, you decide. And now we're going to do one of my favorite segments. It's a kind of a somber one. I don't say favorite as in disrespectful, but y'all know what I mean. We're going to do missing persons now. And if guys, if you see these, I'm sure the family would love some help finding. Today we have a little girl on her day. Her name's Crystal Ann Timmich. I apologize to the family if I pronounce the name wrong. I got brain damage and a redneck. So there you go. Here's a photo of what she looks like. There's a enhanced. By the way, I like these enhanced photos as kind of guess. I'm just curious to see how close they are. You know what I'm saying? How close to accurate they are. Guess we find a couple of them. We'll know, won't we?
Right.
Date of birth used September 23rd, 1987. Birthplace Los Angeles, California. Hair blonde, eyes hazel. Height 4 foot at the time of her disappearance. Her weight was 60 pounds at the time of her disappearance. She's a female and she's white. Details. On January 30th, 1994, 6-year-old Crystal Ann was playing near her residence in South Los Angeles with her 3 older brothers. She was last seen picking peaches from the neighbor's tree. Before disappearing sometime between 2 and 5 p.m., she was last seen wearing a pink t-shirt, shorts with a floral print, and tennis shoes with a picture of a mermaid. And that's pretty distinctive, guys, right there. I'll read that again for it again. She's wearing a pink t-shirt, shorts with a floral print, and tennis shoes with a picture of a mermaid. Think back. If you have any information concerning this person's, please contact your local FBI office or your nearest American embassy or consulate. Field offices out of Los Angeles. And like always, if you don't want to leave your name, you can submit an anonymous tip online. One more time, guys. Take a look at this. There's before. Here's what she might look like now, or maybe something similar. If you know anything, I'm sure the family would love some help finding their loved one. I'm sure they're busted up, brokenhearted. Any help would be appreciated. All right, we got that done. Now we'll go back here to Carl Loomis. Hey, y'all. Carl Loomis is awesome. That's Caitlin, dumbass. I read that.
That's my wife now.
Yeah, it's your wife, moron. You got married. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm sure it wasn't used for chocolate chip cookies. Right, Ricky? No.
I think it's the microwave.
Yeah, the microwave. I got a true story about me putting cookies in the microwave, raw cookie doughs, before you can do it. You can do it now. But I had one of the microwaves you couldn't, and I didn't know that you couldn't put cookies in the microwave. I learned real quick.
Did anybody else put an egg in the microwave as a kid and then learn what happens? Like an egg in a shell.
No, never did that. I always cracked and put them in there and cook them like that.
Figuring stuff out, like what happens if I do this, and then it turns into a bomb.
No, I never did that. I was always taught you can't put forks, you can't put spoons, you can't put aluminum foil.
I learned the metal rule the hard way. We had but this is so stupid. It was a coffee cup because I was a kid and I was making hot chocolate. It was one of those, like, you mix in the water, you put it in the microwave, but
Right.
the coffee cup had a metallic ring on the top.
Oh,
Watch him do the lightning dance in the freaking microwave.
And as a kid, I was like, "What's going on?" My mom's like, "Don't put that one in the microwave." Like, why would that be a coffee cup?
Yeah.
no shit. Yeah. See, there you go. You're problem solver. You're an ideal boy at the time. You had ideas. Yeah.
CDs. Put a CD in the microwave for 5
Yeah.
seconds and find out what happens.
Definitely did that.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, nobody told me you couldn't put cookies in the fucking microwave. And $52,000 later, I learned.
$52,000.
Yeah, because my wife took advantage of the situation, got her a new kitchen, new laundry room, siding on the house, and some windows.
Heck yeah.
52, and I wasn't in a position to negotiate because I had nothing to negotiate with. And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna lose this battle." What's my argument point here? None. I didn't have. Her walls smell like burnt ass. Okay, you'll get the smell out of the walls. There weren't enough kills in the world to kill that place. Yeah, I was in trouble. I just had to accept it because I was stupid. But now I learned. I know now. Mess with me, and I'll tell you, don't put cookies in the microwave. That's not very good. That's not very good. Guys, we're here with Pete Barlow and our buddy, our Universal buddy. It seems like everybody likes Carl. Carl Loomis. He's here from BB Nation. And guys out in Oregon, join us here live and in person. 2 shows coming up, Friday and Saturday for Pete and I, back-to-back shows. Here's the situation we're dealing with, guys. One show is a family-friendly show. One show is an adult show. So now we got to rehearse 2 sets instead of 1 set. Okay? I already know them. I just rehearse them to get them fresh in my head. But now I got to like an auctioneer. Hey, what do you want to get for there? Go 15, 25. You got it like you're auctioneering. So yeah, it's quite a deal. I got a couple brand new ones. I'm going to talk about ODD. Carl, you were the inspiration for this joke. We were talking about ODD the other day, and now I wrote me a joke about it because when I was a kid, we didn't have ODD. Okay, no, now you wouldn't walking up to my uncle, flipping him off, and say ODD, buddy. We walk to my uncle and flip him off. He goes, his ODD was, "Oh, don't do it.
Oh, don't do it.
Oh, don't do it. You're about to go to sleep. Don't, that was ODD when I was a kid. Okay. Oh, don't do it." And so, but now they got it going on. And another one I wrote and going to debut it. It's called Ladies with Glasses Lie. Okay. I don't know why women come out thinking they need glasses. No, bitches, you see everything. Okay, you see everything. Don't tell me you need glasses. All right. For example, mothers could sit at the kitchen table, look through 2 walls, a hallway, and through a bedroom door, and see their kids doing wrong. Okay. Don't tell me they can't, because I've seen them happen. Okay. They don't need glasses. Also, a woman could sit inside of a public building, look across the street through oncoming traffic, and see who her husband is talking to another woman. Pulls her glasses down. Who's he talking to? Oh, it's his sister. Okay. Puts her glasses on like she needs glasses. Well, the jig's up, ladies. You're liars. Okay. You're the biggest liars of all. You lie more than men do. You're liars. Women don't need no damn glasses. They see everything. Right. And another thing, they spent all that money on the first Trump assassination guy to get in his phone. They wasted money. All you got to do is get some random woman, tell him that he's a dirtbag, he's a ski, he's a lying, no good cheater. Give him his phone. She can tell you everything about him. How often he shits, what kind of, if he's on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Rumble, okay, YouTube, what he's had for meal, who his best friend is, what's his favorite color, and what his lotto numbers are, and the combination to his safe within an hour. So you can have all that information. Okay, why don't you start utilizing these females properly? Damn it. Small check. She would have been happy with a small check. Hey, give her $10,000. She'd have been, yeah. And get out of her way though, because she'll know everything about him. So we're not utilizing our resources correctly. FBI
told an ex of mine I was going to give her a shovel for Christmas one year because she loved digging up the past.
Yeah. Listen. I got a great wife, and she really don't trouble me about stuff. But one day I was picking at her, and I wanted to say, "Bitch, make me a sandwich." But I don't talk. We're old heads. We're old Generation X. I don't talk to my wife like that. And I always give it away because I start laughing before I do it, right? And so, she thinks it's funny. Oh, you're such a comedy. You're a funny guy. Yeah. When I'm trying to be serious, bitch, go make me a sandwich. I can't even do it because I know she's going to. So one day, the dishwasher broke. She talked to me. She goes, "Honey, when you get an opportunity, I need you to look at the dishwasher." I'm watching ESPN at the time, right? I turned my head, look at her. I said, "I'll look at it in a minute." Turned around, looked at the TV. She said, "Apparently he didn't hear me." She got 10 feet closer. She said, "Honey, when you get a minute, I need you to look at the dishwasher. It's broken. It won't work." I looked at her, looked back at the TV. Finally, she got within 10 feet of me. She says, "Honey, I need you to look at the dishwasher. It's broken. It won't work." I turned to look at her. I said, "I just looked at you 3 times. You're not broke. You're just lazy." The next thing I remember, I had this loud ringing in my ear. Okay? Big old purple stain, not a mark, a stain, a purple stain on my fucking forehead. And if you look real close, it said Wagner. Okay. I looked on the floor and there's a Wagner frying pan laying there on the floor. Okay. So now I call that joke the Wagner disease. That's what happens to men who run their mouth to their wife. They get a disease. It's called a Wagner disease.
Tell you what, I'm glad Caitlin didn't have a freaking pan next to her a couple days ago. She got after me about something with a knife in her hand. I grabbed a loaf of bread, put it in front of her, and put some lunch meat in front of her. And boy, I hightailed it out the door.
So you can do that when you're married. You're married because you know how each other would react, right? But
yeah.
These women who, these feminists. Oh boy, you'd have been all over Facebook. They'd have called you all kind of names. Yeah, airing you out. Meanwhile, I'd have been laughing. My whole time.
I told her I had some really bad, women jokes, and one of them was I asked her how big her feet was.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, "Why is that?" And I said, "Because then I can know how close to the kitchen sink you stand."
Yeah.
My grandpa said that to my grandma one time, and the next thing you know, I heard the dinner bell. It was actually a frying pan.
Yeah, you thought it was a dinner bell.
Yeah, I thought it was
all hungry
bell.
and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love my wife. We don't treat each other like that. But once in a while, it's fun to stretch out like that and see what happened. And
that's where it goes. We just get after it once in a while and make
my wife
jokes
looks at
about
me.
each other.
She looks at me. She goes, "Listen, I know you're an MMA fighter and a Marine. I know you're a bad man, but you go to sleep, motherfucker." Yes, I do. I do. I sleep. Yes. Yeah, I know where you sleep, don't I? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Keep playing. I was teaching one of my sons. This is true shit. I was teaching one of my sons how to shoot a gun and be safe. Not to mention just shoot it, but how to properly put the safety on all that, right? And he was doing pretty well shooting. Wife Shelly comes out, says, "How's he doing?" I said, "What do you know about it? You don't know nothing about no gun." I said, "Look, this is a sight, this is a trigger, this is a buttstock." She snatched it out of my hand and put 2 in the black. You can lay a dime over her shot. A dime over her shot.
Oof.
She threw the gun back to me. She was, "Any questions?" I said, "No, ma'am. Not one. Not one. Not one question." Okay. So that pretty well told me everything. That was words without words right there. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
She told me a lot by saying a little. I remember that too. And she can shoot, and she ain't afraid to. So, yeah.
About that.
Gene Stearns, I'll put it back up again. He said, "I gave mine a Rolodex so she can organize the bullshit she makes up about me." Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
I told him one time I was also going to get her a shovel and a pair of jumper tables because she loves to start shit.
What I did though one time, mine was my friends were, "Hey man, that ain't right." One day my wife was talking, my daughter was talking, I couldn't take it. I said, "Shut the fuck." Yeah, I'll go, baby. I'm just gonna go outside. She goes, "Nope, you already said it." I'm just, you know what? Listen, I got brain damage. You can't trust anything I say. Yeah, I didn't get out of that one.
Didn't get out of that one. That's where you started digging your own damn grave.
Yeah. What's the worst thing you've ever said by mistake?
Oh, I can't say it over the air.
I'm gonna tell you.
I don't want to hear it.
I'm gonna tell you.
No,
one.
I literally can't.
I'm gonna tell you one, and it's funny, but it's embarrassing as well. I was sitting in my chair, my wife sitting next to me. We were trying to watch TV and play with our phone at the same time. My daughter and my former daughter-in-law was sitting there just arguing back and forth about the kids and whose kid's better and all that. And ain't no kid better. They're all the same. I mean, they just go da, 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 da. My PTSD kicked in. Okay, I looked over at my daughter. Her throat was vibrating. Her mouth was open. She was just yelling right back. I said, "If you two don't shut the fuck up, there's going to be some dicks and some throats." The whole house got quiet.
Oh,
I said, "Oh shit!" I had to go with it, right? I had to go with it because I said it. My wife stopped what she's doing, looked at me, she goes, "I don't think so." My son's there going, he was laying over on the couch, legs up in the air. He was just dying laughing. Shut them both up. Both of them girls just shut right up. What I meant to say, if you two don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to put my foot in both of your asses. But because my daughter's throat was vibrating, her mouth was open wide, no, no. I don't know, dicks and some throats. I'm like, yeah, no, we're not hillbillies.
About that.
Yeah. My wife's like, "Did you mean to say that?" Fuck no, I didn't mean to say that.
We ain't hillbillies, we're rednecks.
But damn, my brain was going, and she said that. My son to this day, though, he said, "Man, I lost 3 pounds." That was awesome, Dad. No, son, it wasn't awesome. Oh, that was great. No, it wasn't. I don't want to, I'm afraid to tell that on stage because I'm afraid they'll think, instead of redneck, they'll think I'm a hillbilly comedian. So yeah, but that's funny shit. My wife didn't, she laughed later, but she wasn't laughing right when I said it. But it worked because they shut up. They were done arguing.
That's the greatest part when everybody's like,
Hey.
What?
It's not the first time I shut my
Our problems don't matter anymore. What did he say?
What? I heard everything right there. And women don't need hearing aids either. That's bullshit too. Because
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I can't hear men, but yeah. No,
my mother-in-law was awfully deaf.
I got an oldest daughter calls all the freaking time. You can set your watch by her. I mean, every 15 minutes she's got to call and talk. And we'd go to bed, for example, at 10 o'clock at night. She'd want to call at 10:15, 10:30. Okay, well, you guys get some sleep. Talk to you later. Midnight. Look, so one day I was frustrated. We'll just say I was frustrated, right? My phone was ringing. I said, I got this. Wife's like, don't you do it. She goes, I swear to God, don't. I said, watch this. Hello? Oh, right there, baby. Oh, daddy like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My daughter said, is mom there? I said, oh, she's busy, sweetheart. Oh, right there, baby. Daddy like that. Yeah. Oh, that's excellent. Ew. She hung up. She quit calling after 10 o'clock. My wife's like, that wasn't funny. Then she started laughing. What the hell? It wasn't funny. That's funny. Yeah, I don't care.
Oh God.
My daughter's like, hey, Dad, that wasn't funny. Why are you laughing about it? Why is your husband, my son-in-law, why is he over giggling his ass off? Okay, it's funny, you know. So anyway, but
that was hilarious.
I've been watching Facebook. Pete, you've been doing a lot of shows. Just been kind of rounding off around the area. Some charity shows, some regular shows that you do, some fun. It looks like you've been having. What do you got coming up next? Tell everybody what's besides the two shows that you and I got together. What else is Pete Barlow?
I have a show tomorrow at 11 Eastern Standard Time, right before I hit the road, performing at the Winder Senior Center in Winder, Georgia, which is just north of Atlanta, closer to Athens. Let's see, what else do I have? I know I'm performing at the Palmetto Distillery on the 25th of October in South Carolina, closer to Greenville. And then I'm going to be hosting an open mic in Macon, Georgia on the 26th. So I think there's some other shows in between there, but that's all that I've got committed to memory.
I was going to clean my room until I got high. I was going to get.
Oh.
Not for me. I should be in a cup.
That was all excellent you got coming up. So what got you into comedy? I know right now you're active military man, which thank God I should listen to my uncle. I still been active duty. Well, I'd already wrapped up my session, but I didn't, and so I'm an idiot. But anyway,
actually, kind of interesting to that point. I think more for the audience here. I was talking to a comedian earlier this week in Macon, Georgia, Tall Trey. So follow Tall Trey on all social media platforms. Very funny comedian. He's a Marine Corps vet. And so he was talking about what had got him into stand-up. And he's like, well, after I got out of the military, I wanted that high. Am I the big dummy here?
You wanted that high. Go ahead.
But yeah, so he talked about like after he got out, he wanted to still like chase that high. And the safest way to do that, of course, is to be a stand-up comedian where you're in a constant state of anxiety. And it's like, I never really thought about it that way, but it's, I think there's something to be said about like, just that, like chasing that dopamine spike, the roller coaster that is doing stand-up comedy. And the fact that, as we pointed out earlier, there's a lot of veterans who do stand-up comedy. And it's like, is that why we do it? Because we want that adrenaline rush, but we also want the low stake adrenaline rush, as we get older. But to answer your question more succinctly, I got into stand-up comedy because I've just always wanted to. As a kid, I mean, like, I've said this on the 100 podcast, probably yours too. Growing up, like, I watched Comedy Central for the same reason most kids watch ESPN. It's just like this combination of just like admiration and aspiration. And I always said, like, well, you'll never be able to do that. No one finds you funny. And then magically, somehow I just got funny. I don't know. Hopefully I'm there.
Yeah.
It was one of those, like, I was the least funny kid. Like, I was never the class clown. I was always shy and awkward. And I'm still shy and awkward, but I think I've just become more self-aware about it.
Nice. Well, we kind of got the same thing going on, except I've been funny when I come out of crotch. My first fight was with a cockroach. Okay. So I've been funny all my life. But I was married the first time, and my first wife told me, you're not funny. Nobody likes you. Don't do it. It kind of killed my dream. But I started out really doing it around 15 years old. I memorized Eddie Murphy's CDs. Okay. And I was doing yard shows. Y'all know what them are? They act like they invented them during COVID, but then COVID didn't invent that shit. I was doing that stuff a long time ago. Bands that were playing in the yard for the neighbors and all that stuff. I was doing yard shows. And I was killing it. And I was already doing impressions. I started doing impressions at 8 years old. And one of my main impressions I do is Donald Duck. I kill it. I could read, sing, rap. I could read medicine off a medicine bottle in his voice. Okay. And I learned how to do it when I was 8 years old. And it took me a while to learn it. But how I know I got successful was this. I lived in Des Moines, Iowa at the time. And now you're going to figure out how old I am. But when I used to go to the movies over there, they used to show full matinee movies. They'd show cartoons before the movie. Okay. And we got to watch Walt Disney do everything. Then we got to watch the movie. Right. And so I went one day and I had Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and they was all talking. I was sitting over on the side. Okay. And I got to sit down. I got my little juice box, my little snack, or actually, it was a juice bottle. Okay. And I was sitting there and I'm drinking that. And the lights went dark. And this old man was walking around watching us. He had one of the big old black mag flashlights. You know what I'm talking about? The beam wasn't very good, no matter how many batteries you put in the damn thing. But it was good enough, right? And so they got to a certain part. I started cussing. You know, I think, and he'd say, "Stop! There's kids in here, man. Put in the PG one. What are you doing?" The guy hollered down, "That is the PG one." He said, "Donald Duck just cussed." "No, he didn't. That's PG because I heard Donald Duck cuss." He goes, "Maybe you need to get your ears checked. Donald Duck didn't cuss. He doesn't cuss." So they started running again, and I let it go for a minute, and I come over the side again. I go, "Stop! Did you hear that? Rewind it." He rewinded, and Donald Duck would say something else totally. This old man was getting mad. He was getting furious because he knows what he heard, but he couldn't catch him. But he swore it was Donald Duck. And so he got to walk around. Well, I went to the well one too many times. I stood up, and I went to do it. And just when I did, he turned the flashlight and shined right on me and caught me. Shit. Come here. Oh, man, I'm in trouble. He goes, "You take your little afro ass home before I'll call your mother and tell her to come get you." I said, "Okay. Come here." "That was a good job, little man. I thought it was a real deal. You're good. You're good." Cha-ching. The light come on. If I can make adults smile and happy, you know, instead of being home and getting abused in an abusive household, wow. So I started doing that. And then when I was doing the Marine Corps, and everybody's like, "How the hell are you doing that? Do it again." And so I did other cartoon characters. The light comes on again. I'm like, "You know what? Let me try this." And so I started doing it. And my first wife, it didn't work out. I quit for a while. And it's getting sad. I just wasn't doing nothing, you know. And my wife Shelly, she goes, "Well, hey, what's stopping you from doing it now? Do it again. You're funny. Go make everybody laugh." So I seen Jeff Onyx he's up in front of Walmart one time, and I was talking to him. He goes, "Man, you're funny, dude. Why don't you come try out for us?" So I tried out for a Comedy Vets, and next thing you know, I've been with him long enough now. I'm a district commander with him, and I'm the head booker, and I do all kind of jokes and magic, and I do a wide range of everything. I play harmonica. So anything to entertain people, make them smile. That's what I'm about. That's what Comedy Vets is about. And you're gonna be part of it this weekend. You're gonna experience it this weekend. You're gonna see the first show. We don't have to do much. We just got to show up, set up a merch table, and perform. The second show, I got to show up, set up a merch table, set up the lights, set up the speakers, because that's all me. That's a Redneck Pimp in production there. That's how we do it. And so yeah, it's gonna be a great time. And I'm just I'm glad we got comedy, because in this day and age, you got to laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Got to have something to laugh about. And some of my comedy is dark comedy. I mean, I find things funny. That's not funny. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Like a train wreck, for example. I'm thinking, who's the dumbass that did that? I'm laughing. Someone might have got killed. I'm not laughing at them. I'm laughing at the situation. I feel bad for them. I don't feel bad for the idiot driving the train. He probably never fucking whacking one off, smoking some Jesus lettuce, rubbing one off. And my wife's like, "You think weird." I do, baby.
Pimp, did you ever see if you're going to do a live broadcast on that or not?
I can't.
Nah.
I can't. Well, I might do. I'm thinking about doing it through my phone and maybe do like a segment. I'll talk to the comedians and see if maybe like we'll give them a code where they do like one joke, maybe do one joke from them. Because I'd like to hear some of Pete Barlow's live, but you know what? I'm gonna hear him live. I'm gonna be right.
I've got a set that I've been rehearsing for Saturday. Friday is going to be fun, especially since it's clean. It's like I may just take inspiration for you, do some impersonations. I don't know, figure something out. Yeah, I'm an uncle, so hopefully it's just like second nature.
Yeah. Well, see, you're the uncle.
His life.
The uncle's the funniest guy in the family. I don't care who you are.
It's the best job in the world.
My uncle, he had stage fright, so he wouldn't perform before 5-10 people. The funniest man alive. He had stage fright, so he passed all the comedy knowledge on to me. And what a great man. That was funny as hell. And I got a lot of stories about him. But these are a little more adult And some people want to hear about him because he was a special kind of guy in a special way. Okay. I mean, you know, I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about, but he was a special guy. Okay. And yeah, he utilized that thing a lot. So there's a lot of material about that, which is funny. But gonna be glad to have you, man. It's gonna be glad to have you up there.
So excited. This is one of the bigger gigs I've ever gotten. I'm telling you, like it's like I get to cross a new state off my bucket list of performing in.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's great. I started doing. First of all, I don't like the state of Kansas. I used to hate it. I'm like, Kansas sucks. I root against them all the time. Well, I got over there one time, and Overland Park, Kansas, performed at a place called Clint's Comedy Stop. No longer there now. Sad to see the guy died, and his son didn't want to take it over. Made a restaurant out of it. Anyway, right? Guys were driving all just to see me, and they were clapping, having a good time. Had a large clan of Hindu. I didn't know Hindu loved me, but they were in there. Redneck pimp. Redneck. I mean, it was funny, and they bought $300 worth of merch. I'm like, woo! I love Hindus, yeah, you know. And so I performed there, and I came back across the line thinking that was interesting. I go back again to Topeka. I go to I forget the other little town over there. People come and drove to see me. Then I got down to Lenexa, Kansas, at the VFW, and man, it was just packed to the hilt. People come to me, hey man, I seen you in Overland Park, Kansas. You're awesome. I'm like, damn. Okay, glad to be here. Yeah. So now, I mean, 6-8 times later, Kansas is a good place to perform. They love comedy.
I have never been to Kansas, but if it were not for Kansas, I would not exist.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Because my parents met there in grad school, so I've like it's just sort of like, oh, there's just this one state I've never been to. But again, if it weren't for that, there'd be no me.
Right. Here's a piece of nugget for y'all. Interesting fact. Remember the Kansas Jayhawk and the Missouri Tigers border war they used to have when they were both in the same conference? Right. Well, when they left, they're like, well, the no more border war. Wouldn't that be no more we won't remember each other. Here's the problem. They're wrong. Because the name of the arena that Jayhawks play in is called Allen Fieldhouse. Okay. Fog Allen. And where was Fog Allen from? Jamesport, Missouri. Okay. He was a big time basketball coach. He coached baseball. He coached football. He was a great sports icon. So now, and I brought that up to Jayhawker, and he's like, oh, we got to change the name. You know, no, don't change the name. That's a cool ass name. Fog Allen, the Fog. You're playing at the Fog. What a name for an arena, the Fog. You know what I'm saying? And so, but they'll always be joined to hip now because, you know, Fog Allen was born in Jamesport, Missouri, and his name's on the arena. So they'll always have a tie. I think that's funny because they don't like each other, but yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Guys, we're getting down to the last part of the show. We got about 12 minutes left. Where can people, if they want to read your stuff or hear your jokes, what's the best place to check you out at?
Carl, they're waiting on you.
They ain't talking about me. I'm not a comedian.
No.
You still make me smile, though. You're pretty dang funny.
Aw, thanks, Matt.
But yeah, if you want to follow G.I. Low, you can just search G.I.L.O.W. on Facebook or Instagram. And if you want to follow my stand-up comedy, please figure out where I'm performing. You can go follow me on Instagram at comedian Pete Barlow, Barlow. And if you go on YouTube and look up Pete Barlow stand-up, I sometimes post videos there. I'm kind of bad about that.
That's okay, because a lot of comedians, you'd be surprised about this. A lot of comedians don't post online. And my buddy Jeff Onyx, the founder of Comedy Vets, he won't put anything online. His theory is this: if you're putting everything online, nobody will come to see your show. Okay, you're wasting jokes. People have already heard them that way. My counter to that is, I think if you put them online, at least a couple of them, okay, to wet their whistle, they get to know you, they like you, they'll come see you because they've already seen you perform online. And so that's mine. So, but would you be surprised how many comedians believe that very thing?
I do have some videos, if for no other reason, if you're trying to get booked on a show, or like get into a festival or something like that, usually you have to have a demo. So it's like, I have the videos. I'm just kind of lazy and I haven't gotten around to buying like the little kickstand for my phone. And it's like, I hate asking friends, like, hey, can you record this? I've always like, because I've had this before where I'll ask people to record my set and I totally eat shit. And I'm like, okay, now this is like this 8-minute video I need to delete off my phone.
Yeah, see, that's another thing. I don't know how to edit these things. Okay, so my things when I put them out there, they're all natural. All right, they're all natural. I can't edit nothing because I'm stupid. Right. So if you'll hear background noise. You might hear these two idiots talking about, like one show, these two ladies are talking about food stamps, okay, and ordering sex toys over to the internet. And I'm hearing a damn clean show trying to tape these comedians. And all you can hear when you go back and watch it, you can hear these women in the background. So I'm like, shit.
I have edited one of my videos, and that's actually kind of an interesting story that I'll try to keep short. So earlier this year, I heard about, it was a contest in Atlanta, open to all comedians. And the first prize was an all expense paid trip to the largest outdoor comedy festival in South Africa. South Africa is my dream vacation. I've always wanted to go to South Africa, all expense paid. And I get to do stand-up comedy. It was going to be like airing on Comedy Central, like South Africa's like branch of it. Like this is like the greatest thing ever. And I'm talking to the lady on the phone about like, well, what does she need for this contest? And she's like, well, the three biggest things is we need to make sure that your set is clean, that you don't talk about anything profane, and you don't disrespect the South African government. And I'm like, I regularly do. Well, I don't disrespect the government. I've got lots of jokes about like apartheid and whatnot. I'm like, maybe I should. So I'm going through like my phone. I'm like, well, I can't send that. I can't send that. I can't send that. I can't send that. So I'm like using iMovie on my phone, like trying to cut down to exactly what they're looking for. It was the first and last time I've ever edited my stand-up set. Sort of like, here's a clean joke. Here's a clean joke. Here's a clean joke. And so then I spend $90 submitting to this contest. And I'm like, you know what? I think I might win this. Besides, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And then after I sent them $90 and my edited video, I'm looking at the fine print at the very bottom, and they're like, South Africa is opening this up to comedians in Atlanta in honor of Black History Month. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Probably should have read the full thing first. It looked kind of, even if I did win, it looked kind of bad.
Right. Yeah. Set up is rigged. It was rigged. Yeah.
I wish you guys could come out this way. I really do. I'd be down. I'd be down to watch.
I would love to come back to the Pacific Northwest. I was only there for a few days, but I mean, I had a great time with all of you, and I'm sure there's a lot of comedy opportunities.
There used to be the Helium Club that was downtown Portland. Well, it wasn't really downtown Portland. It was like right in the verge of downtown Portland, but the Helium Club used to be down there, and I don't know if it's still around or not, but oh God, what was the other one? A Laugh Factory that used to be down there. I saw Christopher Titus at that one. Oh God, what else? There's a couple of other ones that are in Portland that are amazing.
I mean, I'll say this, most comedy, like 90%, is not done in comedy clubs. It's done in bars and coffee shops.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Guarantee you, Portland's got a couple of those.
True. Oh, yeah. Some of the best comedy is at comedy clubs because the quieter they're coming to a comedy. Bars are usually too rowdy. But if you can perform in a bar and get them to calm down, you know you're doing good too. Here, I want to ask you something. Jeff and I have been doing this survey for about 8 years now, okay? Because him and I got in a big argument about it, a friendly argument, comedian argument. And I want to ask you something. What, to you, as a comedian, is the best comedy style? Adult or clean or adult?
This is neither of the options, but I'll say this, like the best comedian, the best style is just whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, there's nothing more awkward than seeing a clean comedian try to be dirty, and there's nothing more awkward than seeing, well, actually, maybe just that way. Because the thing is, I've seen plenty of dirty comedians be clean. But either way, it's just whatever's the most honest voice for you. I mean, adapt a little bit for your audience, but this is still your voice.
Right. Of our survey, it was 50-50. It was 50%, 50%.
I can see that.
But here's how it was 50-50. It wasn't really asses in seats. That's how you really judge asses in seats, right? Clean, you work more. Okay, so therefore, that's how they got their 50% because you do more shows clean. Adult, you get paid more. There. Okay, you might do less shows, but that show brings in more money because usually you sell merch and everything like that too. So that's right now we're at 50-50. To me, the best comedy is whatever you can do, whatever flows. But to me, I like adult comedy because normally adult comedy talks about adult situations that everybody has to go through. Okay. Now, I don't mean you got to be in to be real filthy and downgrade women. There's a lot of comedians that downgrade women. I can't stand that. That shit ain't funny to me, and I won't laugh. But, hey, you got drunk, shit your pants. That's funny because a lot of people have did that. Okay. It's the experience you have from it. Clean comedy, I got no problem with it. And I got a bunch of them, but like I said, I did a lot of my impressions during the clean part and things. But churches, and Richard Pryor said this in some of the things he wrote. Richard Pryor started doing churches. He's the only comedian I've ever known who you would do high schools, church, and a bar, all in one night. And he could do all that. But his best stuff was adult comedy. It really was. Most of your mainstream guys, their best stuff is adult.
I will say this: I prefer adult, but only because I love swearing.
Yeah, because it comes easy.
Yeah, I was just saying, like with clean shows, it's always like there's a little bit of like censoring. It's sort of like
yeah, there is.
I'll be rehearsing. There was one time I was rehearsing the set, and as I was driving there, I'm like, dude, you can't joke about shitting your pants.
Yeah.
So I was like, and I pooped my pants. But then I was also like, yeah, but you also have a joke about like testicles. It's like,
right. Right. Carl remembers this story, but I was doing a show and I advertised adult show. Okay. It was adult show. I advertised it. The lady apparently couldn't freaking read. But anyway, I got a joke about cell phone. And one of my comments in the cell phone is Boar's penis. Okay. I said that. This lady got offended after the show. 300 people loved it, clapped, thought the joke was funny. She said the whole time was mean mugging me. Okay. I knew she was upset, but I really didn't care because everybody else was happy with it. She wasn't, so what? But she came to me afterwards. She goes, hey, I didn't like that part of that joke. I said, what part didn't you like? The penis. You didn't like to hear the word penis? No. I was talking the whole, you didn't mind the other part of the joke, the innuendo, right? About, Catholic preachers diddling kids, but you didn't mind that part, but you want to hear the word penis? No, that's offensive. I said 50% of the population got one. It says penis in the Bible. She said, yeah, but you could have said hoo-hoo. No, the joke wasn't saying hoo-hoo or dingus or anything like that. I had to write the joke the way, because it was a true story. So I had to say the way it was, or it would have made damn sense. I said, lady, this is an adult show. You need to see the flyer? Well, I did, but what? It was only the word penis, for Christ's sake. We could argue if that's clean or dirty, but I mean, it's one of them borderline words. She was so damn mad. She wanted money,
You should have just called her a cocksucker and walked away.
She goes, I'll never be back to one of your filthy shows. Filthy show? Let me tell you about my uncle's got a 15-inch dick. Let me tell you some filth. I'll tell you about okay? You want to hear some show about horses? Come on, I'll talk about him. But my wife's like,
that's hoo-hoo.
My wife's like,
15-inch hoo-hoo.
Yeah, hoo-hoo. He comes from a family of donkeys. Shut up, woman. Come on. You come to an adult comedy show. Shut up. And you gonna get mad over the word penis? Really? Jesus said penis. I mean, come on. Whatever. It's a medical term. I mean, yeah. So anyway.
I love that. That's how we're wrapping up the show. Jesus said penis.
Thou shalt cut your. I better quit because I'm not a Bible scholar and I'll mess that up. And then my pastor friend will call me. That's not how it went. I'm sorry. Okay, you're right. You're right. I need you to come down and write 10 Bible verses. What am I, a fucking kid? What do you say? No, what am I, a child? I'm not writing no Bible verses. Yeah, no, just kidding. We shouldn't. I'm Pastor Nelson. I love you, brother. You're all right. Guys, it's coming down about the time that, and the time of year, I know this time of year is vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. Every 4 years we get this. But not only in some states it's the president, in some states you got the governor, the Senate, and the president going on. Like here in the state of Missouri, you can't go anywhere without seeing a sign. Vote for Joe Blow Schmuckatelli. Lower the price of eggs. Whatever. It's just You're going to see it. November 4th. Utilize your God-given right to vote. I can't vote for you. Don't want to vote for you. And I'm not going to tell you you're going to vote. Y'all know where I'm voting. I'm voting Donald Trump. If you don't want to vote Trump, that's your business. I'm not going to come burn your house down, tip your car over. Partially because I'm lazy. Okay. You ain't doing all that shit. Okay.
There's a punchline in there.
But you can, Carl News coming, but you can go vote for who you want to. I don't care. But get out and vote. Because if you don't vote, I don't want to hear you on here whining, this guy sucks or this girl sucks or what. Wait a minute. She does technically suck. Ask Willie. Anyway. So I don't want to, don't be complaining if you don't vote. Go stand in line, get your vote sticker and vote. Okay. And it's coming up. It's your civic duty to do that. It's got more than just the president's race. You got the governors, like I said before, vote. Your local stuff. Hell, there's bonds, there's issues that need to be passed. Go vote. Get out and do that. Get out of the house, man. Stretch yourself out. Vote. It's coming. When you vote, it's over. You can actually watch TV and get some real stupid commercials. Okay. Maybe you're going to see a good Old Spice commercial. Yeah, I love them Old Spice commercials. That guy actually kind of funny. Did you use all the Old Spice? Oops. That's funny. That's good quality entertainment. So you guys got to do that. Pete and I, we're going to try to make people laugh. We're going to make the masses laugh Friday and Saturday. I hope we get a lot of people, but if one shows up, the show's going on. If 1,000 show up, we'll get some more chairs from somewhere. The show's going on. Okay. So just come and have a good time and enjoy everybody. Carl, you want to give us a closing thoughts, brother?
We used to say it all the time. It's that time of the year now where you get out of your heads and get outside. Enjoy the creations that are before you. And it's also a hard time for some of you guys with families and don't have families or have lost loved ones and stuff like that. Like we've said 1,000 times on BV Nation and Hump Day Hangover and the other ones, and I said it earlier today, we'd rather listen to you talk for 2 hours than listen to a 30-minute eulogy about you. So if you ever need anybody to talk to, reach out to any of us. Look for any of us. We're all readily right there in front of you.
Well said. Pete?
Carl.
Yeah, Pete, you want to give us one?
Actually, well, I can't top Carl because that was a really good sentiment. I will say this: this show is sponsored by the Sangria Summit Society, so make sure to follow them as well because they were nice enough to give me lots of merch, and they're awesome and support a lot of veteran writers and content creators.
Nice, excellent, no problem. Yeah, guys, check them out. Well, I say it all the time, and I'll say it again: you are not worthless. You have value. And unless you're a child molester, then nobody cares. But yet you're worthless. You're not worthless. You have value. We all can't be the same. Life would be such a boring, stupid place if we were all the same. Okay, we need you. We need people. We need mechanics. We need cooks. We need dishwashers. You guys that run that trash out. I got a weak ass stomach. I can't be doing that trash. Okay, I burn my trash. Screw all that noise. Right? We need that. It doesn't matter if you're male, female. It doesn't even matter the color of your skin. We need everybody here to make this thing go around. We do. 988. Remember those numbers? 988. You can call. You can text. For those of you who are smart enough to text, you can text. Okay. I can't. I'd have to call them. Hopefully they ain't busy. So 988. I want to say a big congratulations to Dean Cerny. Brother, keep it going.
Yeah.
Good job, brother. Keep it going. Man.
Soon there won't be how many days he's sing. Soon it'll just be normal to him.
It'll be normal to him, right? What's fascinating me about Dean is he didn't have to go somewhere to get some help. And there's nothing wrong with that, but he didn't have to go nowhere to get some help. He just decided one day, you know what? I don't want to drink no more.
Yep.
Damn. Only one other man did that I know. He was a World War II veteran. He was a tech sergeant. He was named Bob King, my grandfather. He smoked for 47 years.
My goodness.
He smoked rot gut. I mean, the old roll your own red man, and he chewed. He decided one day he didn't want to do it. He said he got emphysema. They said it's going to kill you. He said, nope, I'm done. He quit smoking. 40 years, quit cold turkey. No withdrawals, no pipe, nothing anymore. Dean, you're an inspiration like that, brother. God bless you, man. You know what? Thank you for that, because you show other people. They don't spend all this elaborate money and all this insurance on these things. You got the willpower. You can do it yourselves. Man, what an awesome thing. I'm Richie Redneck Pimp, the bad man of comedy. Friday and Saturday's coming, guys. No tickets available. Just walk up. You enjoy the show on Friday. Just walk up. Saturday, you can buy your way in at the door. $20 a head. Come on out and see us. Man, we love you guys. Dean, he says, thanks, fellas. No, thank you, brother. Thank you for living a lot longer and taking care of yourself so you can be around for us and help us out. In the end, they could be only one. That's what the elections are about. There's going to be one. Okay? Make sure that you got the one that you want by putting your vote in.
Highlander for president.
Highlander. You know, in the end, they can be only one. That's right. They can be only one. One.
By the way, I saw that movie Highlander. It was shit.
It was awesome, man. All them Highlanders. The TV series was great. Me and my daughter used to watch them together. She'd watch Walker, Texas Ranger and Highlander, and in return, I had to watch the Gilmore Girls and Bewitched. Okay? I was up on the current events with girls. Now, the current events were, but my daughter, we'd sit there and Father and daughter time, we'd watch that. And that was a cool time of my life. That really was, man. My daughter watched those two things. And she got to know Chuck Norris and all his moves. And I'm like, well, hey, all right, sweetheart, good girl. I love you. That being said, we're out of here, guys. It's 8:06. Go get yourself something to eat. If you wait on us to eat, I don't know why you do such things. You should eat before you wait to us. But we'll see you next Tuesday. We're counting down. November 26th is our last show. It's a Tuesday. Normally we go on break, but we're going on break, all right. But we won't be back as WO Entertainment anymore because we lost our charter and our contract is up with them. So we'll be moving on to bigger and better endeavors. Wish them nothing but luck. They're a great organization. Thank you very much. We'll be giving away the mystery box. We didn't have any interest tonight, and that's okay. We'll have some starting next week again, some interest in the mystery box that you can earn. Mystery box is filling up, and I can't wait to send it to whoever wins. I'll be giving that away Veterans Day weekend, whatever Tuesday that falls on, the show falls on. I will announce the winner on air, mail it to you. I ask you to send a video of you opening it to show the contents off of what you got. All right. That being said, I'm fixing to get out of here. Guys, don't go nowhere. I want to talk to you real quick. You guys take care of yourselves and each other. Have your pet spayed or neutered. Got it? No question. All right, guys. Richie King, we're out.